Hello and welcome to this very special episode of You, Me, and Yuri Makes Three, starring Mike Schmidt and Megan.
Hello.
Across the table from me, as always, is my lovely wife and great companion down the road that is Yuri on Ice. Today we're going to be taking a look at the fourth episode of the series, Like Yourself, ellipses, and complete the free program. I didn't even know there were such things as free programs. I thought it was all money based. So it's good to see that, it's an equal opportunity sport.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the figure skating in this their championships, they do two programs. They do their short program and then they do their free program. So and then the combination of the scores is how they win.
Oh yeah, we got lots of scoring in this episode in particular.
There's a lot of tutorials,
Whew.
a lot of
drop-in knowledge. I thought I knew everything there was to know about skating until I watched this episode. So it's a real eye-opener.
It's good because then it makes you understand how the things are. So like this is the last you'll hear of any scoring or any tutorials like that for figure skating. It'll just be
I've seen some of the plot points. I think there's going to be lots more scoring going on.
There's going to be scoring, just they don't have to explain it to you.
Yeah, it's true. It seems like it's pretty complicated, pretty straightforward. There's a couple different mentions which we'll get to.
Yeah.
My head's swimming. It's all over the place. We just finished the episode a mere few seconds ago.
Yes.
The title, I'm noticing more and more. I think I'm going through Dragon Ball withdrawal. This is the first week that we haven't had Dragon Ball Super in our lives for just about 3 years now. Imagine will come true. I heard something like that in the title. Again, Joseph being insufferable was mentioned.
It's yourself.
I noticed something as well, that the title card itself, once it got passed to the words, the Japanese title has 3 exclamation points, whereas the English portion has none. It mentions Yuri on Ice has no exclamation points.
Yeah.
The Japanese characters have 3. I feel like the Japanese one is a lot more exciting.
No, I feel like the way they did it was the Japanese is on top, the English was on the bottom, and they share exclamation points.
It didn't really seem that way.
Well, I mean, that's the way it was. Because it's called Yuri on Ice with exclamation points in English, so.
Excellent. Yuri really likes his dog. Lots of dogs. He's having a rest. Wakes up, cuddling his dog. There's dogs on the sheets, dogs on the phone case.
Okay, well, Yuri, right, he had his poodle, Victor, right?
Yes.
Like,
the dead one that there's a shrine to.
Yes, and Victor's dog is Makachin. And what I noticed, like, you're like, yeah, I see all these dogs. What I noticed is, why was Makachin in Yuri's bedroom? Makachin is Victor's dog. And in all the rest of it, we've seen Makachin sleeps with Victor. And yet, this morning, for some reason, Makachin is in Yuri's bed. So
interesting. Maybe Yuri sneaks out at night and feeds him treats.
Maybe. What we see is Yuri is very, very late getting up. So maybe Victor had already left, gone to the rink, and Makachin was like, well, I need to find someone to cuddle with, so.
Why not this oversleeping skater?
Yes.
So Victor takes off early. We see that Yuri is very, very late. Yes. He admits this, screaming, jumping out of bed. Yuri tells us about soaring? What?
Scoring.
About the scoring system.
Yes.
My handwriting is terrible.
Yes, I also have it in my notes that they do a bit of exposition, a bit of a breakdown of how skating is scored. So like your technical component and your performance component, and then that's where you find out that Yuri usually boffs his technical component.
He's technically bad.
Yeah, because he chokes, but then he usually makes it up on his performance component, which is partially done with how the choreography works with the music and how the skater interprets that choreography. So he usually is really good with that performance component, but the technical one is usually where he chokes. So
yeah, presentation, technical scores. Yeah. It seems like, Yuri technically sucks.
Yeah.
I think we knew that at this point.
But he made it to the Grand Prix, so I mean, at
least
the
Grand Prix.
Because he has that heart and emotion that's in his skating. So
Victor, cool as a cucumber, not bothered when Yuri walks in. We don't even know how late. 20, 30 minutes. It's the longest he's ever had to wait for someone, which was impressive to Victor.
Yeah.
No one has the gall to make him wait.
Yeah, well, he is a skating god, essentially, so.
We've got the hot springs. We're back there.
Yes.
Again, everybody's naked. There's some naked manipulation going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stretching happening. But I like this scene just because Victor is so supportive of Yuri.
He's holding him up.
He just, physically and emotionally supportive. Like, he's just talking about how he sees all this potential in Yuri. He sees this amazing skater, and he wants to bring out that potential. He wants to maximize Yuri's potential, and he just needs Yuri to be more confident. He needs him to be like, look, you can do this. Just, I need you to do it.
Stop being a wiener and believe in yourself.
Exactly. So,
needs a little bit of kamina in his life.
Yes. Even though, like, Victor stretching Yuri both naked in the hot springs. It's a little awkward.
This is their family hot springs, and it seems like Yuri's anticipating this at this point.
Well,
they have kind of a private area that they keep going to.
Yeah, but then, like, all the people in the other part of the hot springs are like, what is happening out there?
Oh, yeah, they're super interested. There's Tim's, Tom's, and
they're all like,
Charlie's.
What is happening? But
they want to see what's going on in the special area.
Even though it's very weird that they're doing this weird stretching in the hot springs, the words are very amazing. Like, Victor's just be like, I believe in you, Yuri. You just gotta believe in yourself. I love you.
I'm now gonna thrust my genitalia at your face.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ida crotch level.
There is, yeah.
I forget what Victor's doing, but he's like
spread eagle splits and like stretching.
That's at first, but then after that he's like perched somewhere so that he's thrusting.
Yeah, he's kind of crouched down because Yuri is in the hot spring.
Water
yeah, he's in the water. Victor's on kind of the shore, the bank. Mm-hmm. And like, if you think about it as like a pool, so he's on like the little side bit of the pool.
It.
And then he just kind of crouches down and is talking to Yuri. Because every time he talks to Yuri, he is about 2 centimeters from his face.
He's a very close talker.
He's a very close talker. I
like Victor. I'm not sure I could be friends with him in real life.
Victor has no personal space bubble.
No personal space, no boundaries.
No boundaries. He gives 0 fucks.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just the one.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
This is where we start talking about... we start talking about music selections at this point. Because we involve... we flash to Cilantro, Yuri's old coach.
Celestino.
Yeah, Cilantro, I think he's Brazilian by his initial accent.
He's Spanish,
Could be Spanish, Italian.
Or, maybe he's Italian. Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
With a name like Cilantro, I don't...
Celestino. Yeah, that would be
Cilantro.
Probably Italian. Yeah, I feel... And his nickname is Chow Chow, because he always says Chow Chow, so... That's Italian.
Chow.
So
he seems cool.
Yeah, but I also have a note here that we've seen 2 other coaches so far. We've seen Celestino and we've seen Yakov. Mm-hmm. And both of them don't believe Victor is a coach, could ever be a coach.
No. So this is a lot about Victor proving himself too. Yeah. It's not just Yuri proving himself. It's Victor.
Yeah, because Celestino basically is like, oh, you're still playing at being a coach? How's that going for you? And you're like, hey, fuck off, Celestino.
I see a little bit of jealousy there, even though he's playing it cool.
Well, yeah, because it's like, if Victor can prove himself as like an amazing coach, that means he's a skating god and can also be an amazing coach. Like, that's a lot to put on one person.
Is there nothing Victor can do?
Exactly.
So Victor, again, standing very, very close, just to Yuri. Everybody else he seems to address at a reasonable distance.
Reasonable distance, yeah. Yuri's the only one he really gets up close and personal with.
So now we flash back to Russia. We see Yurio. He's skating at this point. They brought in a ringer, some Russian ballet chick.
Yeah.
Yakov's there, Yurio's there, or Yuri too, and we get to see that we're bringing in some outside help.
Yes.
Now, going into the new season, Yuri is still pretty young.
Yeah.
So he's still got some some growing to do, some
Yeah.
emotional. He gets manhandled by this very angry ballet chick. I have Liliana?
Yeah.
They say her name very quickly.
Yeah.
So she's introduced. She's here to lay the smack down.
Yep.
She's here to
whip him into shape.
Yeah. So he gets manipulated a little bit, very reminiscent of Yuri in the previous scene being manipulated by Victor.
There's a little bit of juxtaposition there.
Yeah, some mirroring of their positions, if you will. So, angry ballet lady opens up Yurio's mouth, starts looking inside like he's a horse.
Yeah, he's got good teeth.
Found that pretty
good teeth. Yeah,
pretty interesting. Maybe checking to see if he's on meth.
Yeah.
She seems to do a pretty good job of giving him a once-over.
Mm-hmm.
Yakov used to be married to this chick.
Yes, he did.
Damn, Yakov. What did you do? She is angry.
Yes.
Angry lady.
Yes, she is.
Who hurt you? It was Yakov, obviously. Yakov seems completely afraid of her.
Yeah.
As he should be. She's a very terrifying woman.
Yeah.
She has a presence about her.
I also have here that everyone kind of remarks at how different Yurio is after he got back from Japan. And Yakov basically says, his loss, kind of almost his maybe first loss to Yuri in Japan was a little bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
He realized, you know what, maybe he isn't the most hot shit skater. So they said basically, he's less arrogant, because when he was skating before, there was no one really who could compare to him, who was in his league. But then going to Japan and getting beaten knocked him down a peg. Said, okay, you know what, maybe I need to buckle down and work a little harder.
And I seem to remember there was a little bit of internal monologue from Yurio as well, talking about that.
Yeah.
Like he was lamenting losing to Yuri losing out.
Losing to the fat piggy. The
fat Japanese piggy.
Yeah.
So Yuri get a lot more. We go back to Japan. We see Yuri is. I think we're still in the midst of selecting music.
Yes.
Victor gave him a task. He's like, "Why don't you pick your own damn music this time for this free skate
program? Yeah.
This free program, not free skate.
Yeah.
That's what you do in high school." So Yuri lets slip. He's never chosen his own music before. He's always let the coaches do that for him.
Yeah.
Which is strange. Very, very strange.
Yeah, for being into the caliber of the Grand Prix, it's a lot. It's not unheard of. Like, if we think about it, Yurio, both of his programs, he didn't choreograph or choose the music. So, I mean, it's not unheard of, but Yuri's, it's revealed that it's something he's always wanted to do. He just never really had the confidence to do it.
Oh, yeah, he brought some music forward, right?
Yeah, he did bring some music, and it was lackluster.
And we got to see a bit of a flashback to when Yuri did choose his own music. Because Victor makes Yuri call his coach. Yeah. It was the first contact he's had with his coach since his magnanimous defeat.
Yeah.
The Grand Prix.
Yeah. So.
And Yuri obviously very, very apprehensive to contact him.
Yeah.
I just found that was interesting because Yuri has this picture that he painted in his mind. His coach is just like, no, man, I would have let him pick the music.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to.
Didn't have the confidence.
It's kind of a wiener.
Yeah, he brought forward this one piece. It was lackluster. It was very weak, and didn't think that it would be performance ready. And I asked him if he was sure, and he said, "You know what? No, let's go with whatever you have." So,
and Yuri becomes introspective at that point. Underwhelming music for an underwhelming career.
Yep. And
this nice lady who composed this piece of music for him, based off of him, basically.
Yeah, he asked her to
embodiment
compose it.
Of him.
Yeah, the embodiment of his career, and let's face it, his career at that point was rather underwhelming.
Winning.
Yeah, he was still getting there, but
we're at this point we're talking like Yuri before the show sucked ass. He wasn't that bad.
He made it to the top 6. He came in last, but he still made it to the top 6, which means he had to win.
Better than any skating competition I've ever done.
He had to get to a certain point in both of his Grand Prix finals. So, I mean, yeah, it makes no sense. But at this point, when he decides to he's going through music selections. He's not finding what he wants. He's lamenting that, Victor had pieces composed for him so he could tell his story. And Yuri has a story that he wants to tell, but he's not finding the right music for it. So he contacts, on our first introduction to his old rink mate, Peachit, who is a Thailand-based skater.
He's a dude with the funky hair. No, he's the dude with the black hair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So we
got a flurry of new characters in here. So taking notes, it was really hard to keep up with. So we got the introduction of
Peachit, and since Peachit and Yuri trained together in Detroit,
yeah.
Yuri asked Peachit to track down the girl who composed that piece of music because he wanted to try and make things right with her, be like, hey, can you rework this? Can you make it better? Can you make it something that I can win to?
I desperately want her last name to be Murphy so that we can work in some sort of RoboCop angle, being from Detroit.
I don't think we ever find out what her name is.
I'm establishing it here. She is the daughter or granddaughter of Alex Murphy.
Okay. Let's work with that.
Maybe ancestor. Depends when RoboCop is set. We're going to have to go back and check that out.
Okay.
She's definitely related to RoboCop in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So I have a note here that something I noticed that I'd never noticed before is Yuri was running across the bridge, and there's a giant squid mural on the side of the bridge. And
I didn't see that.
That makes me so happy. I never saw that before, so I have a note here that says Squid Bridge.
Okay, yeah. We get a nice mural, and then we move into a food bumper.
Yeah.
Sort of at the halfway point of an octopus or a squid.
It's a squid. It was a squid.
Looks really delicious, and then it's all chopped up in the next scene.
Yeah, it's eaten. It's gone. Yes.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Looked splendid.
Right after that, we go back to Ice Castle, right? The skating rink. And I noticed this again for probably the first time, which I really shouldn't have. I don't know. I probably noticed it. It never kind of sunk into my brain. But at the Ice Castle, there's a huge sign. It says, "Welcome, Victor." And then there's a little sign beside it that says, Welcome back, Yuri. So,
to be fair, I would stage it the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Like this, he's like the biggest thing that has ever come to this city. So, they gotta make do with what they have.
They're smart. They're doing promo work.
Yeah.
They're saying Victor's here.
Victor's here. Yeah.
Training some guy named Yuri.
Yeah.
But Victor.
But Victor is here.
Front and center. He's skating, guys. Yeah. Come see him.
Come see him.
Throw some bread at him.
Yeah.
I assume he's like a duck. My next point is the beach scene.
Yes.
Where they blow off training and go to the beach.
Yeah, I have that as my next
Yuri's kind of being a little bitch here.
Yeah.
He's stressing out. Victor was trying to get him to pick some music, and Victor, again, just merciless with his teasing and just nonchalantly. Oh, yeah. I forgot you've never had a lover.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Yuri.
He tries to get Yuri to, he's like, oh, let's have a slumber party. Let's do this. Let's do that. And Yuri just keeps on blowing him off. So finally he's like, let's blow off practice. Let's go to the beach. You can't say no. Because Yuri has been kind of a dick, just not being around him after practice, just saying,
feels guilty.
Yeah,
he hasn't picked music yet.
He does feel guilty. He feels like it should be a thing that he's done so far, and he hasn't, and so he's avoiding Victor. And Victor's like, "Come on, man!
I want to make the most of the time that we have together." And then he's like, "Nah, man, I don't want to talk to you."
Yeah,
now.
I mean, he's having some very conflicting emotions.
Yuri needs to get his shit together.
Yeah, Yuri does need to get his
because Victor is there for him.
Yeah,
and if he doesn't treat Victor right, Victor's out.
Yeah. Well, and we kind of see on this beach scene, we kind of have a little snapshot into who Yuri was in the past. And he was kind of an asshole. A little bit of an asshole.
Dick to his friends is the note I have written
down.
Yeah,
he has issues with people thinking he is weak.
Mm-hmm.
So weak, for him, that is like the worst thing in the world. So when he tells this story about how he pushed this girl away and he like shoved her physically away because she was trying to comfort him. And he's like, I thought she thought I was weak. And then, this, that, and the other thing. He's like, people just usually leave me alone and that's how I like it. But he has a real issue with people thinking he's a weakling or he's weak emotionally. And he doesn't like that. That's like one of his buttons. He doesn't like people treating him like he's a weakling. And then Victor's like, that's dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb. Like, no one who has ever met you would ever think you're weak. You need to open up more because that's ridiculous. You can't
isn't
assume.
That, like, projection?
Yeah, you can't assume.
He's afraid that he's weak, so
Exactly.
other people must see
him as weak. And Victor's like, no, man, no one thinks you're weak, dumbass.
Except for those weak ankles. He doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that. But yeah,
he thinks it a lot,
and at that point, Yuri's like, okay, maybe I need to open up more. Maybe I need to actually let people in, let people help me, because that's the only way I'm going to grow as a person.
Yep. Yuri needs to open up wider and let Victor in. Is a direct quote that I have.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the beach scene for a second?
Yes.
Nice to see very progressive show like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bright sunny day.
Yeah.
It was a very shitty day.
Oh yeah,
beach.
it was awful.
They're in their full regalia, like they're dressed up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's bloody cold. It's unpleasant.
Yeah.
There's a couple of sky beams coming through, but
oh no,
shitty day at the beach. I just thought I'd bring that up. Usually everything's fine at the beach.
Yeah.
Could be a little bit more of Yuri's mental state.
Yeah. Kind of a little bit of mirroring happening there. Victor also is like asking Yuri what he wants from him. It's like, do you want me to be like a father or like a brother figure? Do you want me to be your friend? And Yuri's like, no, man, I just want you to be there for me. And then Victor basically opens it up like, well, do you want me to be your lover? Because I'll do my best. And Yuri kind of freaks out at that. And I'm like, Jesus, Yuri, like, what do you need? Like, landing lights?
Yeah.
Victor is all in at this point.
From the airport
yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, Yuri is dumb.
Yeah, Victor is basically giving him the all clear. He's like, I'll be your lover and I'll do my very best at it. And it's like, dude, he wants to be with you. Let him be with you.
But Victor doesn't seem bothered either way.
No, he'll
wait.
Well, yeah, exactly. He'll wait. He understands how awesome Yuri is, and he's like, because Yuri basically freaks out and goes, oh, no, I don't want that. I just want you to be there for me. I just want us to have like a bond. And it's like, Victor's like, okay, man, I will do whatever you need me to do.
All right.
I will be whoever you need me to be. And at one point we are going to get down. So.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, I'll
put
wait.
That. I'm gonna write down my prediction on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in your back pocket. After the competition, I want you to read that stuff.
Yeah.
Getting down to Bone Town was written on that.
So I think after the beach scene, we go back to the ice castle for some practice.
Yeah, we see a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. We also see Yurio.
Yeah.
Who sucks now. He's losing confidence in himself.
Yeah.
He's becoming more Yuri. I think this is like the balancing of the two characters. We can see Yuri's going up, Yurio's going down. They're going to meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of that. We flash again back to the ice castle now. Because when we go there, Yuri has amazing stamina. Victor's very proud of his stamina.
Yeah, like Yuri basically can do jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps for days, whereas Victor, he's having issues. He's tired. He's
old
sweating.
Man.
Yeah, he basically.
In skating terms, he's old.
Yeah.
He's retired.
Yeah, he basically said, it probably is due to the fact that you're younger than me. You've never had any injuries, so it's like
Victor's making excuses. For the first time I've seen him. He's saying he can't do something.
Yeah, he's like, your
I don't think I like this, Victor.
Is impressive in more ways than one.
Victor is catching his breath.
Yeah.
Yuri boops him on the head.
Yeah, he boops him.
Making Victor very self-conscious to his part.
Thinning hair, he says. He asks Yuri, is it really that thin? And Yuri starts freaking out like, no, it's super thick. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, Victor just kind of melts into the ice in a bucket of woe.
First sad Victor I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, he definitely has issues with
don't boop Victor.
Yeah, a little bit of vanity when it comes to his hair.
A little bit of vanity? Homie's all vanity.
Yeah, that's true.
So Sleepy Victor likes the new music that Yuri has contacted his old skating pal who tracked down the original lady who composed the music, Mrs. Murphy.
Yeah.
Of the Detroit Murphys.
Detroit Murphys, yeah.
Who composed Who is this girl who just composes music for Yuri?
Well, they said she was a conservatory student.
Yep.
At their school.
I assume she's just doing this out of the kindness of her heart.
Yeah, she is. That's what they said.
Composes 2 pieces of music for this wiener.
Well, she did. Maybe she's just a really nice person, okay?
That's a little too nice, if you know what I mean.
Well, it is what it is, man. I don't think we ever hear about it ever again, so...
So he just contacts her when he needs stuff.
Yeah.
Victor
we don't
needs
know.
to slap
There
Yuri
might have been
around
compensation. We don't know. Didn't say anything. He could have PayPal'd her some money off screen. We don't know.
Back to it. So we've got our new theme. Yuri brings it forward to Victor.
Yes, he gets it late at night and he bounds into Victor's bedroom. Kind of squishes Makachin.
Mm-hmm. Poor dog.
Lets out a little yelp and basically straddles Victor while he's in bed, presumably naked because we don't see he's at least topless, and forces Victor to listen to this music right here and now. And then Victor gets that super cute look on his face where he's like, oh,
he just lights up.
Yeah, so.
Obviously approves.
So
now more time passes. We got little time jumps here, there, and everywhere. Pacing on this episode is a lot faster than the previous ones.
Yeah, it was just
we're in, we're there, we're over there, we're over here. So we're back in the Ice Palace. Yuri skating without music is not as fun.
Oh, yeah. You were writing notes, and then you looked up, and you're like, oh, the show's actually still going on.
Yeah, it got very, very quiet for a while.
Yeah, so it's just basically showing Yuri being part of his choreography for his free program.
Mm-hmm. No squid statue.
No, there was no squid statue in this. We got the squid bridge, though, so I mean...
Squid bridge is good.
Squid bridge is good.
We're running out of time for the episode, so I was really hoping we'd see one.
Can't be in every episode, babe.
Just a little disappointed is all. So the assignments are in. Suddenly, big hoopla. Everybody's energized. The kids are into it. The owners of the Ice Palace are into it. Yuri's parents are bloody clueless.
Yes.
Somehow they've been supporting Yuri for these last 25 years of his life, being epically involved in his skating career, and don't actually know anything about skating.
Not really epically involved. Like, they couldn't leave the hot springs, so they didn't go around to all the competitions and everything.
Well, still, you gotta feign some interest in what your son's up to.
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, it leads us to a tutorial on how the Grand Prix actually works. So
yes, the up-and-coming Grand Prix.
Yes.
We got to learn about assignments. Apparently, assignments just kind of happen based on your placement in previous tournaments.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of competitions going on all over the world. We learned that Yuri is going to China, which is the 3rd competition of the year.
Yeah.
So it's spaced out, depending on how you do it. These particular competitions, that determines your placement in the Grand Prix and when you're going to perform.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I remember that off the cuff of my head. I didn't even look at my notes, guys.
Didn't even look at my notes. That's impressive. So anyway, Yuri is slated for the Cup of China, which is the 3rd competition, where he will be skating with Peachy, his old rink mate. So he's excited about that.
Is he with or against?
They're against because it's all the people. They're all solo skaters, right?
If they were both in Detroit, they probably got some good skating battle moves.
Yeah. So anyway,
some knife kicks.
So he'll be skating with Peachy, and he's excited to see Peachy again. He hasn't seen him since he left his rink in Detroit to move back to Japan.
Wow, it's a good thing we called him earlier today and learned about his existence.
Yes, exactly. And then his next competition will be the 6th competition, which is the Rostelikon Cup in Russia. Where he will be skating against Yuri
number 2.
Yeah, so they will...
Emphasis on the number 2 at this point.
Yeah, so...
It's kind of poopy.
So they'll be meeting before they even go to the Grand Prix, so... A little bit of trepidation from Yuri there. He's a little nervous about going up against Yuri
meeting the final boss before the end game? Come on, man. What's going on
Pretty
here?
Pretty much, so...
I'm going to make a prediction, Meg.
Yeah?
I'm going to make a little prediction here.
Yeah?
I don't think the Russian one's going to go the way we think.
Really?
I think we're going to have a little bit of a Rocky 3 situation.
Oh, okay.
Where he gets beat down, but then he rises back up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. you'll have to just wait and see and watch.
Definitely
watch
in that
these
one,
episodes.
Yuri is going to lose. In the Russian one. I'm not sure which Yuri.
A Yuri is going to lose.
A Yuri will not be successful. Maybe they'll end at a draw. Skates off. Skate hands? You ever did that when you were a kid? Skate hands?
No.
Put skates on your hands and try to stab your friends?
That sounds dangerous. Why would you do that?
Because it's fun.
No.
Anyway.
We do
comment on this if you like skate hands. So, wow, we get a whole bunch of exposition in the form of the assignments. Things, it's rapid fire information's coming at us.
Yeah, it is all
top 6 skaters go on.
Top 6 skaters from all these competitions based on a point-based system.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you get first, second, or third, you're going to have more points than if you don't get first, second, or third.
Obviously.
But it's one of those things where you could probably come in closer to the back of the pack in one cup, but as long as you get gold on the next cup.
Yeah, it's like Mario Kart, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can score in the back, get beat by Bowser, everybody blue shells you at the end.
So.
You get some points, but you still got to kick ass in the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got some wiggle room, potentially.
Yes.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if Yuri chokes.
Yeah.
He will.
We'll see.
Yuri's hated by millions for stealing Victor. Some really good pep talk coming from his family and friends.
I also have his friends are really bad at pep talks, telling him he'll be hated by everyone because he stole Victor from the sport. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Way to make him feel like shit. I can see why he has self-confidence issues. Yeah, no doubt. If people said that to me, I'd be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't.
A little bit of skate-related anxiety.
Yeah, thanks. But then they're all like, oh, but, we're totally in your corner. And it's like, yeah, but if you were, you wouldn't have said that. So you know how much Yuri gets anxiety, and you're just helping that anxiety along. Maybe you're the cause of that anxiety. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah, not a good home environment.
No.
I think Yuri's got some toxic family members that he needs to ditch.
Maybe. They keep on telling him how much they're supportive of him, but then they say shit like that, and it's like, dude, that's not helpful.
I think a lot of that is just Japan.
Yeah, probably.
It's the humor of the show.
Yeah.
And they're genuinely dickheads.
Yeah.
So we also learned that because Yuri bombed so hard last year, he's going to have to compete locally first.
Yes,
to get up enough points or something.
Yeah, he has to make up some points to get into,
reasons.
which is I'm very confused because it's okay, he has to make up points to be able to qualify for these placements, these assignments. But it's then why did they assign him places if he didn't have enough points? But I guess they were assuming that he was going to compete in some local competitions and get those points.
Oh, honey, his name's on the show.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking at it.
If they're aware of the show, then they would have known that he needs to...
if they're not aware of the show.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I have here, Yuri needs to complete in a regional competition. And
he's going to regionals.
Yeah, so he's got to do well at regionals. So if he boffs it at regionals, then I don't know. Will they just give his placement to someone else?
Maybe there's a third Yuri we don't know about.
I don't know. So anyway, but it leads us up to our next episode, which is going to be the regional competition. So
yeah. I can see a lot more characters coming into play.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
meet some new rivals.
Yeah,
there's a Canadian guy who's apparently a dickbag.
Yeah,
so we'll probably meet some of those. Yuri has to complete 6. Yuri has 6 compete. Has 2. My handwriting's bad. Has to compete in those locals.
Yeah.
My next note is just so much is happening. There was a hell of a lot going on.
Yeah, this episode had a lot of. It's basically. I feel like at this point they're like, oh my gosh, we only have so many episodes left. We need to shove this all in.
It's like the first 3 were a pilot, and then oh shit, we got to wrap this up in 12.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot happens in this episode.
It's specifically right now during this point in the plot.
They're
it's just
basically
boom, boom, boom.
We need to set up
Yuri's
all the
go over here.
competitions.
This has got to go over here. We're meeting new people via flashback. We're meeting more people over here.
Yeah. Well,
there's some guy with weird hair that we don't even know yet.
Well, I feel like the next episode when we do the regionals. It's going to be competition until there's one kind of bumper filler episode, which if you're familiar with anime, they usually have one of those ones where let's recap what just happened in the previous 8 episodes.
This is what's been going on.
Yeah, so they'll have one of those, but other than that, it's just going to be solid competition right until the end. So
So strap your skates on.
Strap your skates
tie
on.
them up tight. I don't know any other skating euphemisms.
Yeah.
Get those guards off.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ice it up.
Ice it up.
Ice it up.
Ice it up.
So, we go back to Yuri now. He's skating. He's tightening things up for his free skate.
Yep.
And
Yuri-o.
yeah. This bit's about Yuri first.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So he's practicing and he's getting all stressed out because he just had that very, very. It's like
pep talk.
Yeah, it's great pep talk from family and friends. So he's a little bit inside his own head. Yeah. And he can clearly see what's in front of him.
Which is BS because it's Victor with landing lights to his crotch at this point, and Yuri's just like derp.
Yeah, Yuri's trying to motivate himself by saying once he has a goal, and once he can see what's in front of him, he can just go for it.
He's going to go for the Grand Prix. Whereas Victor's
wrong
like,
pricks, man.
Hey,
wrong pricks.
Hey, Yuri.
Even if he loses, he's still winning because he gets to spend time with Victor.
Exactly. Let's have a slumber party, Yuri.
Yes. So yeah, I have clearly can see what's in front of me equals Victor's dong. Yuri-o now. Yes. He's starting to believe. He has a Neo from the Matrix moment.
Yeah.
We don't really know what's going on with him because we get like 3 seconds at a time with Yuri-o.
Well, it's basically he's
skating.
He's doing the ballet dancer.
The ballet component
is going to do. She's making him a prima ballerina. He
said previously 10 minutes ago he was shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't even worth her time.
He's beginning to believe.
He's beginning to believe.
Yeah. And there's this really crazy moment where he's had his hair kind of pulled back a little bit, and then he like whips it out, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's on now!" Like he's really believing he's a prima ballerina now. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, he let his hair down.
So he let his hair down, and that means automatically, yes,
he transformed.
He transformed. He essentially transformed. He went Super Saiyan.
Final form.
He went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he's still got a blue. Different formats to go in.
Yeah.
So he's starting to believe in himself. Therefore, he is also even aware that he needs to kick it into high gear.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm like 15 right now.
Yeah.
So my body is going to start changing.
Yeah.
Which could either be good or bad for him. He doesn't really know, right? Because puberty could hit him like a dump truck.
Yeah. So he's gotta use what he has while he still has it.
Artificially creating a little bit of tension, because Yuri had also mentioned that this might be his last season.
Yeah, because skaters are only competitive for so many years.
For so long, and now we've got this period of Yuri-o, or Yuri-2 as well, where he's like, this might be my last year.
Well, no, he's not saying this is going to be his last year. He's just saying he's uncertain. Like, he could keep going because he's young enough, but he does not know what his body's going to do.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's this manufactured tension now.
Yes.
Like, this season
is the one. It's a big season.
This is it.
Yeah.
If you're going to televise one, this is the one.
Yeah, because, Yuri's getting to the end of his career. Like, there's only going to be so many more seasons he can do. And if this one doesn't go well, he might be like, you know what? What's the point? Like,
I want to see
I've had two shitty...
between Yuri and Yuri-o.
Oh.
And then they end with, like, a Dragon Ball fusion moment. And they just become Yuri.
You might be a bit disappointed.
You don't get to ruin this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You'll just have to watch the episodes and wait and see.
There could be a season 2 someday.
Oh, I hope so.
So, Yuri now, I talked about Yuri's phone very briefly.
Yes.
Yuri, it seems like he could get a lot more done in his life if he would get off his bloody phone.
Yes.
He's always texting, always talking to people. Maybe if he focused a little bit more on skating, that might just be the old man in me talking, and the fact that I currently have lost my telephone. Feeling that a little bit. So, Victor... before that, we get to learn the title of the music.
Oh, yes.
The song that this Murphy girl from Detroit has made for Yuri.
Yeah.
That he now gives a title to, and shockingly, surprisingly, blows me out of the water. Because the title of the track is... Say it with me now.
Yuri on Ice.
Ha! No exclamation points.
No
though.
exclamation points. No.
So.
The song is just called Yuri on Ice. Because it's supposed to be an embodiment of his career, right? So.
Which we haven't heard yet.
No, we have. Well, we've heard a little bit of it.
Not too much.
Yeah. We saw a little bit of his free skate or free program choreography there. So
yeah, Yuri on Ice. That's the name of the music that Yuri will be skating to. Now, this free skate thing that he's doing, what the hell is that? Do we know yet? We don't have any information at this point why he's doing that.
Because, well, like I said earlier, each competition has the two components, the short program and the free program.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's going to be performing the same one at both? Yeah, we'll see.
No. Okay, so when he goes to the competition, so when he goes to regionals, he's going to do his short program, which is the Eros program. And then he's going to do his Yuri on Ice program, which is his free program. Then they take the scores of the two, and they mush them together, and that is his final score for placement on podium.
Right, for that one competition.
No, this is going to be for all the competitions.
He's going to do it for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, you're going to see it ad nauseum. You're going to see both pieces a lot. You're going to see Yurio's both pieces, his a lot. They take sections, like they don't do the same section over and over and over and over and over again. They usually do like the beginning, and then they'll show a little chunk of something else and a little chunk of something else. So you don't always see the same. It's the same program, but you don't always see the same components of the program. So
no, fair enough.
Because it's going to be every single competition is going to be these two skates.
I'm sure they're going to make it more and more interesting. It's just
Yeah, they're going to have
seems a bit lazy.
Well, it's not, because that's how competitions work. It's how you do these two programs that are your programs for the season. So
now, when you danced, did you have specific set out for different competitions, or was it all just the same ones?
No, it was all the same ones for each competition.
Interesting.
And you do them in as many competitions as you can, right? Because that gives you medals.
You just spread it around.
Yeah, but like for each competition for me, or each competition season for me, it was like, okay, you have your one ballet number, you have your one jazz number, you have your one tap number, you have your one musical theater number, you have your one modern number, you have your one lyrical number. Sometimes, like when I got into the contemporary program, I would have a couple of jazz numbers, but it would just be those ones that I had for competitions, and they went to every competition that we could. So
interesting.
Yeah, but you spend like the whole year practicing and performing and polishing that one competition piece, and then you took it to competition. So, all
right. So at this point in the story, Yuri sucks. Yuri
getting
kind
better.
of okay.
Getting better.
We're seeing the development of both of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time we get a little bit of a RoboCop cameo. Crossing my fingers. Hoping for some Murphy action. This takes us to the outro. We've got Victor. I'm looking at the pictures that they're posting because it's a scan through Instagram. Yeah. I think Victor might have some problems with the filter. There's a lot of suggestive imagery on there. Oh, yeah. He might have some blocked periods coming up. And regional championships. Possibly some new some Yep. We see some new faces. We get to see the end bumper. The next time on Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, we're gonna get a few more characters, and basically the next few episodes are just gonna be like vomiting characters in your face. So
I'm gonna have to learn how to write a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Spelled out some names, as it were.
Yeah.
So that takes us to the end of the episode. So far, so good on this awesome. Episode number 4. Still enjoying it. This one again, kind of a medium pace. We're doing a lot of setup. We're investing in some characters. We're doing a little bit of backstory. More of the training montage stuff, which is pretty fun to see.
Yeah.
We can see Yuri's polishing his skills a little bit. Yurio getting better. It seems like they're gonna have some clashing in Russia.
Yeah, that's true.
Some fun stuff.
Yeah, but first we'll have our regionals, and then we'll have the China Cup. So we have a couple more before we get back to Yurio. So
we get some time to prepare on that one.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to the end. I don't have anything more to talk about. Do you?
I'm good. I went through all my notes.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. This is Meg and Mike for You, Me, and Yuri Makes 3, episode number 4.
Yes.
We'll be joining you again next week with a brand new episode.
Sounds good.
Thanks a lot, and from Nerd Stew, have a great day.